Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of this build. Today we're going to be working on the arms of this TT-02B build. And I want to start off by showing a little bit difference from the standard TT-02. And so let's look at the rear arms, which is what we're going to start working on. So this is one of the arms that we're going to be installing, and just look at the difference in size in rear arms. That is a good probably 2 inches wider than the standard arms. So that's interesting. The bumper as well. This is the rear bumper. It's going to be much smaller. And instead of this piece right here, holding on to the arms, this kit calls for this U-bar like this to hold it in place. So that's interesting. The only time I've seen one of these is on the Wild Willie build. All the other TT-02s I've built is similar to this one. There's another interesting difference on this TT-02B. All right, we're going to start off by putting together the rear lower arms. And first thing we need to do is put on these 2 sleeves to make that hole smaller for the U-bar. And next, we're going to put this piece right here and screw it in place. All right, next we're going to put the arms on, and they go like this. The 3 holes face the rear of the car, and like so. And then you slide in the U-bar. So I'm going to need an extra pair of hands here. I'm going to put this on the block. And get that started. And then push it through. Right, not too hard. Make sure it goes all the way through and it's flush underneath. Goes inside this piece right here. Right, and the last part of the lower rear arms is to install the bumper, which is also going to hold in that U-bar. And it takes 4 screws and 3 different screws. 2 of these short flathead screws and 1 of these silver screws. So the long flathead screw goes in the middle. The 2 short one goes on the side. And this screw will go right here, just like that. Okay, and when you're done, it should look something like this. These 3 screws should be flush, and that screw should be right there. Let's see what's next. All right, next we're going to be installing the front lower arms, and first we need to find the front bumper, and this is going to be interesting. I'm holding a toothpick because it's calling for the anti-wear grease again. All right, I'm going to take this off the car just to show you the position of that. I think it's easier if we did this before we set it down into the car. So it's going to look something like that, where those two rings are. Going to set this back down and install the arms. First, let's lock down the skid plate with the screws again. It's one longer flathead and two shorter flatheads on the side. Okay, same thing for the front. We're going to put the arms on, and the arms going this way, these three holes, which is going to be where the dampers are going to be mounted onto, faces the front of the car. Going to wiggle this in here to line it up, and then this side. And I'm going to get that U-bar ready. Okay. Thread it all the way through to the hole in the back. All the way through. Okay, I think that's as far as it goes. So when you're done, it should look something like that. Okay, the last step of the front lower arms is to install the bumper, and the bumper goes on. All right, we flip the car over, and the last step is to install the bumper. Bumper aligns here. It's going to be two screws in the front. And this screw with the kind of built-in washer on top of this piece right here. So this piece goes on like this, and it's going to, this groove here is going to hold on to the bar. Let me set that in there. And then this screw goes like that. That's pretty neat how that came together. And I really don't know the reason why they chose this method of putting together the rear arms. I suspect it's going to be tougher than just the standard TT-02, where it's just the arms of the, is just the arms slotted into the hole that's holding on to the arms. I guess these are going to be a lot tougher because this is a buggy and we're going to be driving it on dirt, bashing it around, so it makes sense that it's a little bit tougher. All right, actually I'm going to call the video right here. I was going to build the top front arms, including in this video, but it turns out we've hit section B, and the screws that we need for this section is in the B bag. So logically, I'm going to save that for the next video. And if you have any leftover screws from bag A, don't worry about it. Tamiya always leave a little bit extra for you. So you didn't mess up or anything if you have a few little hardware pieces left. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.